Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
Well, it's time for our favorite part of the show, Disgrace of the Week. As always, Ms. Calhoun, please start us off.
We are saying a lot of goodbyes this year to longtime Colorado institutions, including El Chapultepec. They just announced this week that the family is leaving. They're not going to keep running it. I hope Evan Makovsky, the realtor who bought that property when Jerry Kranz died, keeps it going in some form. We almost could have lost the tattered cover. Good for a Denver team to step up and buy it.
David.
If you're in search of systematic racism, you need to look no further than the recent session of the Colorado General Assembly, where they passed a bill to help small businesses, but restricted a lot of the money only to small businesses owned by people of certain colors, which is obviously very racist. And so a barbershop in Colorado Springs, which is hurting just as much as other small businesses from the pandemic, but the owner is not the right color, has filed a federal civil rights suit.
Eric, we go to you.
Sure, the president's conduct and that of his enablers speaks for themselves. But let me go locally. I think it was touched on last week's program, but this is the first time I've been back. Larry Liston in the state legislature and other Republican state legislators during the special session who were wearing masks on top of their head, who were belittling the importance of mask wearing, who were trying to make a joke of the thing, and in many cases were refusing to wear masks. The way this has become politicized and just the insult to people who are taking this pandemic seriously and whose lives are threatened by it.
And there's an important backstory to Representative Liston. He actually had a mask and he lifted it up, but I'll let people dig into that. But overall, I get your point there, Eric. Penn, let's go to you.
And actually, mine is a variation on Eric's point. What Donald Trump and his enablers are doing, undermining public confidence in vaccines, in the need to wear masks and social distance, but also in fundamental governmental institutions like the right to vote, and suing select states because they don't like the outcome. I guess this is a fitting way to end his 4 years, but it's disturbing that it's taken such a bizarre and scorched earth approach.
Time to say something nice about somebody. Patty?
Colorado Gives Day, which was December 8th. Although we all are a little tired of the emails, the results were hard to dispute. Over $50 million was donated to Colorado nonprofits.
You're here. David?
The many excellent federal judges appointed by President Trump, the Democrats said, oh, these are just partisan hacks. Quite the opposite. Some of these federal judges have heard these flimsy cases brought by the Trump campaign, and they have all dealt with them on an appropriate, fair, and neutral basis, which is to say, unless you come in with some substantial evidence, you can't get anything from a court.
Eric?
Here to Patty's comment about Colorado Gives Day and all the money that was raised for nonprofits. Also, Chuck Yeager, what an American story. Deep in the halls of West Virginia, high school diploma to become the supersonic pilot that really led the way to the space age before there was a space age. He passed away at age 97. What a life.
And Penn, we go to you.
Sure. First, I'm on the board of the Community First Foundation, so I will say kudos to the foundation, but also to all the Coloradans in this difficult time who contributed over $50 million to all of these community-based nonprofits. Thank you so much. And it just shows the spirit that we have in this state. And lastly, I wasn't here for the shows a couple weeks ago, but I want to thank the Colorado General Assembly for getting in and out of special session and making a real difference to the extent they could to deal with this pandemic.
I want to add my thanks about Colorado Gives Day. I want to thank everyone for your giving to PBS 12 last Tuesday for Colorado Gives Day. Again, you were able to break a record for us with your generosity, and we're grateful. If you somehow missed Tuesday, which with all the emails, it'd be hard to do so, but if you did, you can still go to coloradogives.org/PBS12 if you're looking to get in on the fun. I also want to send a quick thank you to our friend Mrs. Calhoun. Thank you very much for the kind words about our Thanksgiving programs. And I would be remiss if we didn't wish a happy Hanukkah to all of our Jewish viewers and friends. We hope you have a wonderful holiday.